Hi, grades 3. So today is Tuesday, and for our math, we are looking at our practice 7A, and we will continue on our practice 7A, and today we are looking at questions 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so let's get started. And today we are looking at questions. So let's get started with question 4. Question 4 says, David took 2 hours, 35 minutes to repair a van and 1 hour, 55 minutes to repair a car, right? How long did he take to repair both of the van and car? So that's our first question. So let's get started and let's see what do we need to do. So our first part is, it's a two-part problem. The first part is we are going to add up the minutes, or our hours and our minutes. How long did he take to repair both the van and the car, right? So what do we need to do? We need to add up 2 hours. I'm going to write it first, 2 hours. And as I'm doing it, can you do it with me, please? 2 hours, 35 minutes, and we need to add up 1 hour and 55 minutes. Okay, so let's add up our minutes and our hours. Okay, so let's do that. Yep, let's do that. And let's see how much time did he take. So we have 5 and 5 gives us 10. I put my 0 here. I take my 1 over. I'm adding my minutes first, okay? So then I have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then I go here and I have 3 hours. Now you tell me, is this correct? 90 minutes. Does that sound right? 90 minutes. Is there another hour in it? Is 90 made up of 160 and 130? So if we were to divide up our 90, it would give us 160 and 130, right? 60 plus 30 gives us 90, 60, 70, 80, and 90. So that means we have another hour hidden in this 90 minute. So we move our hours to our hour side, right? So that means it's not 3 hours, but 4 hours. I am so sorry. My writing, I am sure, looks horrible on your screen. Okay, 4 hours and 30 minutes. So that's how long it took him, okay? So 4 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, that's how long it took him to do both the van and the car. So I hope you were able to get it because my writing was so messed up. So it took him 4 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, now let's go to part B of the question. Part B says, how much longer did he take to repair the van than the car? Now I am going to give you this task. You need to subtract. So it took him 2 hours, 35 minutes to repair a van. It took him 1 hour and 55 minutes to repair the car. So let's find out what's the difference. Grades 3, I will encourage you to pause my video, do the question yourself, and then unpause so you get to see whether you got it right or not. So right now, for part B of this problem, we are going to subtract the hours he took to repair the van. So it is 2 hours and 35 minutes. 2 hours and 35 minutes. And we need to subtract 1 hour and 55 minutes. Okay, now you go ahead and do that and then unpause the video to see whether you got the question correct or not. Okay, so let's go to our question 5. Okay, once you're done this part, go check your answer from your answer key that you got in your packages. Okay, but this is what you need to do for part B of this question. Okay, so you need to subtract the car hours from your van hours. Okay, and that will give you your answer. Let's move on to question 5. Question 5 says, Cameron took 2 hours and 30 minutes to paint his room. He began at 9:20 a.m. What time did he finish painting the room? Let's grab our clocks. Okay, so what time did he begin? He began at 9:20. Let's place our clocks at 9, so our hour should be 9. How do we show 20 on a clock? So 9:20 would be, okay, so let's go to 9 o'clock, straight 9 o'clock, right? Let's say our 5 times table. 5 times 1 gives us 5, 5 times 2 gives us 10, 5 times 3 gives us 15, 5 times 4 gives us 20. So right now, my clock is showing 9th hour, so 9 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, now let's go ahead and we need to show 2 hours and 30 minutes later. Okay, so let's do 2 hours. 1 hour equals how many minutes? 60 minutes. So 2 hours equal, let's find out. So from 9:20, let's move by our hours. From 9:20 to 10:20 gives us 60 minutes. It gives us 1 hour. 10:20 to 11:20 gives us 2 hours. Did he stop after 2 hours? No, he stopped at 2 hours and 30 minutes. Right now, our clock is at 2 hours. So we need to show 30 minutes, right? So 30 minutes would be when we move our minute hand, right? So when we move our minute hand, it will give us our minutes. So right now it's at 20. Let's move it 30 to 30 minutes. Remember I told you each number, when we move our minutes, each number is 5 minutes apart, right? So 5, 10 minutes, because 5 minutes apart, right? So we are skip counting by 5s. 15, 20, 25, and 30. What time did he stop? He stopped at 11. 5 times 10 gives us what? 11:50, right? So he stopped working at 11:50 a.m. So 11:50 a.m. Okay, let's go to question 6. Question 6 says, a group of children left for a field trip at 8:30 a.m. They returned 4 hours, 10 minutes later. What time did they return? Again, just like what we did for the past question, question 5, that's exactly what you need to do, okay? So grades 3, I'm going to give you a challenge. This time, you're going to do it on your own, okay? So I'm going to help you with, so put your clocks at 8:30, because 5 times 6 gives us 30. So that means 8:30. Now you need to move your clocks 4 hours and 10 minutes later. Move the hour hand 4 spaces. So move your hour hand 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to move your minute hand, because it's going to be 4 hours and 10 minutes. Remember, each space is 5 minutes apart, or each number. Okay, so move your hour hand first, 4 spaces. Then your minute hand 2 spaces. And let's see what you get. If you get it correct, go check it in your answer key. Okay, now let's move to our last question, question 10. Question 10 says, a supermarket opens for business at 9:30 a.m. Okay, its workers have to report for work 40 minutes earlier. What time must the workers report for work? So that means they have to come to their work 40 minutes before 9:30 a.m. Just like teachers in school, they have to come to school 1 hour before the school starts. So let's go ahead, 9:30 a.m. Okay, so where should my hour hand be? My hour hand should be at 9, right? And my minute hand should be at 9:30 because that's when the business starts. That's when they open up, right? Now let's go ahead, and they're saying the workers have to report how many minutes before 9:30? 40 minutes. So that means which hand should be moving? Our minute hand should be moving, right? So let's move it back because 9:30 is when their business opens up. But if we move 40 minutes back, let's see what happens. 5, 10. Again, remember these spaces are 5 minutes apart, and also skip counting. Backwards or forward, it will always be 5 minutes apart, okay? So that's why I'm skip counting by 5. So it was here, right? It's at 5 or 9:30 because spot of 6 means 30, this number. So 5, 10, I'm just skip counting. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We just passed 12, right? Which means our hour hand should be no longer at 9:50 because right now, if I leave it here, that's wrong because that's showing me 9:50. Their work starts at 9:30. So my hour hand needs to move down as well because we crossed our 60-minute mark, right? As soon as we cross our 60-minute or 12, we change our hour. But because we went back, we have to move our hour back as well. So that means, what time do the workers need to be at work? They need to be at work at 8:50. Does that make sense? So let's write that down. 8:50 a.m. Okay? So 8:50 a.m. Oops. There. 8:50 a.m. Okay? So that is our work for Tuesday. And I will see you next time. Bye.